Jimin talks about his return, K-pop's problem with overworking, fans are crying because of V, and Jungkook opens up. Watch till the end to find out more. Jin recently discussed his emotions and experiences surrounding his return to the stage after completing his military service. Jin, along with his fellow BTS members, was spotted outside the military barracks celebrating his return. During this small gathering, RM performed a shortened rendition of Dynamite on the saxophone, creating a memorable scene with group hugs and waves to the fans captured in photos and videos. In a candid conversation with Weverse magazine, Jin reflected on the stark contrast between his life in the military and his life as a performer. He described military life as restrictive, with little personal ownership, which he found challenging. However, returning to the stage brought back a familiar sense of belonging. Jin expressed a profound connection to the stage, feeling at ease with his microphone and in-ear monitors, and most importantly, being in the presence of his fans. Despite the joy, Jin admitted to feeling a mix of nerves and excitement, particularly because his performance came just a day after his discharge. He hadn't had much time to practice and was concerned about performing to his usual standards. Jin even shared that he was emotionally overwhelmed and worried he might break down in tears while singing. Currently, Jin is focusing on his music career, working diligently on a new album. He mentioned that his bandmates had completed their solo projects prior to their military enlistments, with Jimin's album expected to release soon. This has motivated Jin to expedite his own music production to ensure his work is released without much delay. Before enlisting, Jin had teased fans with plans for his return. In a pre-recorded New Year's video, he expressed his longing to reconnect with fans, urging them to await his return with a new look and promising rapid progress in his projects. In a recent interview with the South Korean media outlet Sports Today, Hojun from the boy band NTX shared that BTS's Jin serves as a significant inspiration for him. He recounted an instance where he saw Jin showing profound respect to his juniors by performing a deep bow at an awards ceremony. Hojun expressed admiration for Jin's humility, noting it as a clear sign of why Jin is considered a superstar. Bowing deeply in South Korean culture is a strong gesture of respect, usually expected from juniors to seniors. Thus, it is particularly noteworthy when someone of higher status reciprocates this gesture, as it highlights their humility. During the conversation, Hojun praised all 7 members of BTS for their impressive music, but highlighted Jin as particularly influential to him, calling him his respected senior. He shared that he holds Jin's photo card from the Love Yourself series in his wallet like a talisman, a practice he's maintained ever since a bandmate offered it to him early in his career. Hojun revealed his favorite song from the album is Epiphany, and he openly carries this photo card, attributing it with personal significance. In addition to discussing his admiration for Jin's character and music during a past NTX YouTube channel episode titled What's in Hojun Bag, Hojun also conveyed a heartfelt message hoping for Jin's safe military discharge and good health, and expressed his love and respect. Hojun reiterated his admiration for Jin during a showcase event celebrating NTX's debut single album, Latecomer, in Seoul. He spoke about Jin not only as a musical role model but also as a personal one. V recently shared a touching Instagram story that struck an emotional chord with fans across the globe. In the midst of his military service, V's post highlighted his profound longing for his beloved dog, Yeontan. The bond between V and Yeontan is well known among fans, often showcased through various social media updates that depict their close relationship. In this recent update, V posted a photograph with Yeontan, accompanied by a caption expressing his longing for his pet. This post immediately resonated with fans, reminding them of the deep connection V shares with his dog. The photograph was tagged with a song titled Sleeping Dog, which encapsulates the love an owner feels towards their pet. This sentiment is something V and many pet owners can deeply relate to, underlining the universal bond between humans and their animal companions. Although V looks forward to reuniting with Yeontan during his vacations, these moments are brief compared to their usual time together. This separation explains the heartfelt nature of V's message and why it profoundly affected his fans, highlighting the emotional challenges that come with his military duties. Shortly after enlisting in the military in late 2022, Jin achieved the remarkable status of elite soldier, a rank recognizing soldiers for exceptional physical fitness and mental resilience. This achievement came surprisingly quickly, within just a few months of his service commencement. In a detailed interview with Weverse magazine, Jin shared insights into the rigorous training and discipline that led to this accolade. He mentioned that the arrival of new recruits at his camp provided him with frequent opportunities to improve his firearm shooting skills. Additionally, Jin took personal initiatives to enhance his stamina, engaging regularly in exercises like sit-ups and push-ups. His determination was particularly evident during runs with trainees, where he pushed himself to keep pace with assistant drill sergeants. Jin also credited the support and encouragement from his colleagues as instrumental in his preparation for the elite warrior tests. He recounted advice from senior soldiers on managing his diet and hydration before test days, emphasizing their role in his success. Their guidance included dietary restrictions and hydration limits to optimize his physical condition for the challenges of the next day. Moreover, Jin's seniors employed creative methods to help him endure the physical demands of running, such as using an icy hot spray to minimize leg pain during runs. While Jin benefited greatly from the support of his seniors, he also endeavored to be a supportive and endearing figure to his junior soldiers, reciprocating the camaraderie and guidance he received. His experience in the military not only showcases his personal growth and resilience, but also highlights the supportive dynamics within military ranks. In the interview with Weverse magazine, Jin also opened up about how he interacted with and was received by other soldiers. He humorously credited his popularity in the military to his good looks and his generous nature. Jin joked that his attractiveness made him a favored individual among his peers. More seriously, Jin shared that he often used his own funds, which were more substantial than his military salary, to buy meals for his fellow soldiers. He recognized that many of them were just entering adulthood or preparing for significant life changes and believed they deserved to enjoy good food and maintain their health. His generosity extended to buying an abundance of chicken and pizza, and even treating soldiers from other units to Korean barbecue restaurants. His approach to building camaraderie involved not only generosity, but also a playful banter. If a soldier made a joke about him, Jin would retort humorously about buying them food as a way to engage and then actually follow through with the gesture. This led to him being affectionately nicknamed God by his comrades, who would playfully suggest that others should worship him for his kindness and humor. Jin's actions and the lighthearted interactions he fostered greatly contributed to his high regard among the soldiers. A past interview with BTS's Jungkook, which recently resurfaced, reveals his introspective thoughts on the pressures and triumphs associated with the band's international success, particularly with their English-language hits. During this interview, Jungkook delved into the emotional and professional landscape of his experiences following the chart-topping success of songs like Butter and Dynamite. Jungkook discussed the double-edged sword of success. While elated with the records BTS has set since Dynamite, he confessed that the accolades also brought a sense of burden. The acclaim and recognition from a vast audience pushed him to set even higher standards for himself and the group, which at times felt overwhelming. He articulated that despite the group's collective success, personal challenges persisted, particularly in matching the group's achievements with his individual contributions. During the recording of Butter, Jungkook felt a distinct difference from their usual musical style, which he enjoyed, but it also separated from the pressure to continually excel. Regarding Dynamite, he expressed a desire to have expressed himself differently, highlighting a continuous drive for improvement. This striving for perfection is manifested in his daily practice, where he dedicates time to refine his vocal skills, influenced by his experience with the song. Jungkook also compared singing in English to Korean, noting the differences in vocal expression due to language nuances. His native Busan accent and the tonal differences between Korean and English present unique challenges and advantages, influencing how he uses his voice in songs. The singer further shared his approach to creating distinct impressions for each song, such as Butter and Permission to Dance. His process involves a deep engagement with the music, incorporating intuition and a deliberate blending of the guide vocals with his unique style. This careful consideration ensures each song resonates with its intended impact, while allowing him to imprint his personal vocal signature. Jungkook also reflected on the influence of listening to diverse artists on his vocal development. He described an ongoing evolution in his singing, constantly adjusting and improving through practice and recording sessions. This open-minded approach to vocalization helps him adapt and refine his style, seeking inspiration from various musical influences to enhance his performances. Overall, the interview showcases Jungkook's dedication to growth and excellence in his craft, underlying the complex interplay of joy and pressure that comes with global fame. Jungkook has a keen ability to mimic the vocal characteristics of others, a skill he once relied heavily upon. He shared that he often listens to numerous singers, absorbing and contemplating their vocal styles before integrating them into his own performances. This method allows him to experiment with his voice, adapting it to sound similar to others when necessary. Yet he increasingly focuses on developing a voice that is distinctly his own. Discussing his approach to performances, especially with tracks like Butter, Jungkook noted a shift in his methodology. Earlier in his career, he focused purely on effort and enjoyment. However, starting with Butter, he became more strategic in his performances, paying closer attention to his gestures and facial expressions to craft a unique style that resonates with audiences without feeling forced or insincere. When asked about the image he wishes to project as an artist, Jungkook expressed that he's still exploring who he wants to be as a singer. He believes defining himself as an artist is an ongoing journey. His involvement with BTS and performing in stadiums worldwide doesn't, in his view, inherently rank him above other artists. This mindset keeps him grounded and focused on continual self-improvement, rather than resting on his laurels. Jungkook's rigorous self-expectations extend beyond his professional life into his personal life, where he constantly contemplates the future and the need to stay productive. He compares life to a treadmill, emphasizing the importance of continuous movement and progress. This philosophy not only drives his work ethic, but also helps him refine his thoughts and actions daily. Throughout the interview, Jungkook's thoughtful reflections reveal a mature perspective on growth, performance, and the responsibilities of being a high-profile artist in a global sensation like BTS. In the extended part of his interview, Jungkook explores more personal aspects of his life, discussing his hobbies and the impact of his interactions with other BTS members on his personal and professional growth. Jungkook mentioned that he has been honing various skills, including his vocal abilities, painting, and even bowling, often learning through observation and emulation, a method he finds effective despite claiming he isn't particularly good at learning in conventional ways. He enjoys engaging in activities he loves, which naturally enhances his skills through the influence of those around him. His primary focus remains on improving his singing, English language skills, and physical fitness. Reflecting on his relationships with other BTS members, Jungkook credits his move to Seoul and meeting his bandmates as a significant turning point in his life. Before that, he hadn't been very aware of his surroundings or himself. This change in environment and the relationships he formed helped him become more self-aware and influenced his growth significantly. He vividly recalled his first impressions of Seoul's vast streets, which marked a profound moment of self-discovery and adaptation to a new life. Jungkook also shared a lighthearted anecdote about his unchanged habits from his youth, such as taking candy from a pop-up store, which J-Hope remarked showed he was still the same as when he first joined BTS at a young age. This playful behavior illustrates that while he has matured and learned to be considerate towards others, some playful aspects of his personality remain constant. These reflections provide a deeper insight into Jungkook's evolution, not only as an artist but also as a person, highlighting how his interactions, environment, and inherent traits shape his continuous journey of self-improvement and discovery. Jungkook acknowledged his growing awareness of different cultural practices and personal choices, such as vegetarianism, which he's encountered while touring globally. He mentioned an instance on V-Live where he was mindful to respect vegetarian viewers while he was eating meat. This sensitivity stems from his broader understanding that, despite not knowing every detail of every culture, respecting known preferences is crucial. He also reflected on the tangible influence he and BTS have on their fans, exemplified by a surge in kombucha sales after he mentioned the drink during a V-Live session. This incident highlighted to him the real-world impact of his actions, as his mention not only boosted sales but also potentially supported struggling businesses and encouraged donations among the fan base. Discussing the unique relationship between BTS and their fans, Jungkook expressed that ARMY is integral to the band's concert experiences. He described how, regardless of the meticulous stage setup and the balance of various concert elements, the presence of ARMY completes the scene and energizes the performance. For Jungkook, the interaction with ARMY during live performances is essential. It transcends mere appreciation to form a profound synergy that fuels both the band and the fans. Amid discussions about his career and the role of ARMY, Jungkook also touched on his personal projects, such as his mixtape. He shared his creative struggles and aspirations, noting how Billie Eilish's debut album inspired him to aim for a mix of coherence and spontaneity in his work. His goal is to infuse each song with genuine emotion and stories, hoping to connect authentically with listeners. Throughout the interview, Jungkook's reflections reveal his deep consideration for cultural sensitivity, the impact of his public persona, the symbiotic relationship with ARMY, and his artistic ambitions, all of which shape his journey both as an individual and as a vital part of BTS. Jungkook opened up about the difficulties of working on his mixtape amid his busy schedule with BTS. Despite the demanding nature of his commitments, he remains dedicated to his solo project, often sacrificing sleep to progress on it. He humorously noted that he sometimes works through the night and catches up on sleep between appointments, but he is determined to continue this pattern to complete and release his mixtape as soon as possible. His goal is not only to finish the work, but to ensure it is rich with meaningful content that truly represents him. When asked about what he wishes to show to the ARMY apart from his professional life, Jungkook expressed a desire to reveal more of his genuine self. He described himself as easygoing, honest, and unpretentious, attributes that he values in his personal life away from the spotlight. Reflecting on his own character, Jungkook playfully admitted to being lazy and prone to overthinking, traits that might surprise fans given his energetic performances and the intense dedication required by his career with BTS. He acknowledged that while he might appear indifferent to others' opinions, he does take them into consideration, adding a layer of complexity to his self-perception. He also self-deprecatingly referred to himself as goofy, but underscored his intent to lead a fulfilling life. The interview ended on a light note, with the interviewer complimenting Jungkook on his performance in the Butter fan cam, which showcased his agile dance moves. Jungkook's response, lighthearted and modest, questioned if he had indeed improved, reflecting his ongoing journey of self-improvement and self-awareness. This detailed conversation provides a deeper insight into Jungkook's thoughts and experiences, revealing a side of him that fans often don't see, one that balances the pressures of fame with a sincere effort to remain true to himself and connected with his fans. Fans have exciting times ahead as Jungkook announced an upcoming film project titled I Am Still, set to be released in cinemas soon. The announcement was made through a simple yet intriguing social media post by Big Hit, featuring just the movie's title with a caption indicating its arrival in theaters. The precise content of I Am Still remains a mystery, as the announcement did not detail the nature of the film. This lack of information sparked a flurry of speculation and excitement among fans on social media, with some expressing their disbelief and excitement at the prospect of seeing Jungkook on the big screen. Amid the speculation, some fans believe the project to be a documentary. This belief is supported by a conversation that took place during an episode of Suchwita, the YouTube talk show hosted by Suga. Jungkook, appearing as a guest, mentioned that he was working on a film documenting his journey as a solo artist. He explained that the film would chart his progress from his hit single 7, featuring Lotto, through to his album Golden, which achieved significant success on the Billboard charts. Jungkook shared his experiences of filming, noting the increased pressure he felt when being the sole focus of the camera, unlike during group activities where the focus is divided among all members. Further adding to Jungkook's busy schedule, it was also announced that he would be featured in a new docuseries titled Are You Sure?, alongside fellow BTS member Jimin. This series, set to premiere on Disney+, will follow the duo as they visit several iconic locations worldwide, including New York, Jeju Island in South Korea, and Sapporo in Japan. This series was filmed before both singers commenced their military service in South Korea, offering fans a glimpse of their adventures and interactions across these diverse destinations. The entertainment industry's relentless demand for artist visibility has raised serious concerns about the well-being of performers, underscored by the recent exhaustion observed in a popular music group during their promotions. This group's grueling itinerary, which included back-to-back performances across continents and participation in multiple events upon their return, reflects a broader industry pattern of exploiting artist popularity at the cost of their health. The situation became starkly apparent when, following an international fan convention in Los Angeles, the group continued to fulfill an overwhelming schedule. They performed at a significant stadium event, made appearances on various radio shows, and engaged in university festivals, barely having time to recover between commitments. This continuous drive for public visibility often leads artists to a breaking point, evidenced not only by physical exhaustion, but also by mental strain. Such intense schedules have led even globally recognized artists to consider drastic measures like hiatuses to recover from mental and physical exhaustion. The industry's relentless pace prompts a critical question: why are these hardworking artists not granted the necessary breaks they deserve? Despite their dedication, the prevailing industry model prioritizes continuous exposure over health, leading to cycles of work with minimal rest. This not only endangers the artist's health, but also diminishes the quality of their performances and stifles their creativity. The physical toll of these demanding schedules is sometimes visibly demonstrated when artists faint during performances, serving as a harrowing reminder of the human limits being tested. Although entertainment companies have the resources, they seldom offer their artists vacations, focusing instead on relentless promotions to maintain and capitalize on their popularity. The overarching issue affects more than just the immediate health risks. It impacts the quality of life and long-term sustainability of artists' careers. To maintain their passion and creativity, crucial elements of their success, artists need time to rest, rejuvenate, and nurture personal relationships. The practice of overworking artists not only jeopardizes their health and performance quality, but also risks damaging their public image and the reputation of the companies they represent. In contrast, well-rested artists are more likely to deliver exceptional performances, engage effectively with their fans, and maintain a positive outlook on their careers. It is becoming increasingly critical for entertainment companies to recognize the importance of balancing intense work schedules with adequate rest. Implementing structured breaks and vacations can significantly improve artists' well-being and promote their longevity in the industry. Addressing the issue of overwork is not just about temporary fixes. It's about creating a healthier, more supportive environment that values the long-term well-being of artists across the industry.